So yesterday we spoke about why God was so severe with Adam Arishon, because he did not own up to his mistake. He blamed others for it. Now let me take a little jump forward, about 1600 years. To be more precise, 1656 years. Story of the flood. God is going to destroy the world because man is not behaving. And therefore the whole world needs to be destroyed. So let's try to understand a little bit what happened over there. But before we do this, let us say thank you to Hashem. Mizmoy lesoido, rila adonai kol haratzim des adonai b'simcha boi lefanav b'nono, duke adonai elim hu asanu v'lo nachlam v'tzem marisoi, v'yishar b'soido chatzreisa b'sila hoide levach shemoy, ki toiv adonai lelam chazdoi v'yadoi v'der emunasoi, and a little tzedakah. We shouldn't get swept up in the mabul. And hear me out. Let's take a little history here. Noah was born 1,056 years after the creation. At his young age, a youngster, 600 years old, God said, today the Mabul is starting. Actually, he told them already 120 years prior to this, because he told them to build a teva. And this took them 120 years. I guess they were a little slow. Maybe it was a unionized job, but let's not go there. Says the pasuk. God says, "Vayomer Elokim leNoach," and God said to Noach, "Kate kol basar ba lefonai." I decided to put an end to all flesh. Why? Ki malo haaretz chamas. The whole world is filled with robbery. Chamas. V'hineni mashchisa mes haaretz. And I will obliterate them from the earth. What is he going to do? And as I said earlier, God saw the terrible behavior. Everyone was corrupt. So God said, build yourself an ark, strong ark. In there you're going to take in species from all the animals to save the planet, because everything is going to be destroyed. And what happened? 40 nights and 40 days, it was raining. And then for a whole year, Noach was in this cruise. After a year, he came out. Now, interesting, there's a reason here. 40. Why 40 days of rain and night? What's the idea? In this lies the answer to the question, what was God out to do? Was he just wanted to punish the people, to destroy the people? It could have done a more simple way. There was no need for this whole drama. The entire world to be flooded. Noach, build a cruise, build a ship, an ark. Wants to kill all the people. He could have found a way. A little virus could have done it. God could have many ways how to kill all the people. But over here wasn't a matter of killing the people. Over here was a matter of purifying the world. Because what happens is, when a person ill behaves, it affects the entire ecology. It affects the entire atmosphere. The air becomes impure. And it needs to be cleansed. So how was it cleansed? By that mabul, by that water. Water is a cleansing tool. We know a person needs to be purified from a spiritual uncleanliness, has to immerse himself or herself in a mikveh that contains a minimum of 40 sa'ah. Sa'ah is a Talmudic measurement which corresponds to about 454 liters, about 120 gallons. 40 sa'ah, 40 days of rain. and night, I should say, and rain, purifying the world. Because our action does not affect just ourselves. Our actions, bad, renders the world impure. Obviously, actions of good purifies it. That's what God says to Noach. The world needs a cleansing. The world needs a purification. And this will happen through this flood. A message to us. One should not think that we live in isolation. I live in my own little igloo. No. Whatever we do affects everything and everyone. For the bad, and how much more so for the good. So God, such accumulation of goodness of all these years. Nu, let's get ready the Tevet, ultimate ark, the Beis Hamikdash.